What's up guys, Genesis King here, and in today's Stellaris tips and tricks video, I'm going to go through what you need to do to beat the endgame crises. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for Stellaris tips and tricks videos, Stellaris Let's Plays, live streams, as well as other sci-fi related content, hit that subscribe button now and the little bell icon so you don't miss a thing. With that, let's dive on in. So the first few things I'm going to talk about here are general things that you want to do when facing the endgame crises. They're not specific to any of the 3 endgame crises that you might face, but they're just 3 general things that you want to do. The first one is to grab Defender of the Galaxy Ascension perk. This perk gives you plus 50% damage towards all of the endgame factions. Second, you want to enact edicts before you fight the endgame crises that specifically help you counter the endgame crisis that you're facing. So edicts such as shield boosters, armor boosters, and boosters to your various weapons types. The third thing that you're going to want to do is determine if there are any wormholes close to the point that the crisis has spawned, and defend any of those connected wormholes accordingly. There's nothing worse than getting surprised by a crisis fleet showing up somewhere that you didn't expect them. Next, we're going to dive into each of the endgame crises, the Prethoryn Scourge, the Contingency, and the Extra Dimensional Invaders, and we're going to talk about specifically what you need to do to counter each of these crises. So first up on the list, we're going to talk about the Prethoryn Scourge. The Scourge rely heavily on missiles and strike craft, so you should build out your fleet with point defense and armor. If you have the fleet power to face them, doing so with these adjustments should make you successful against them. If you don't have the fleet power to face them directly, create a couple small fleets of corvettes and or destroyers, so basically speedy fleets, and hunt down their civilian ships to stop them from spreading and grabbing more territory. This will buy you some time to get your other fleets built up. An important part of defeating the Scourge is using their own technology against them, so do not forget to research any debris that is left over after a battle. Scourge missiles and swarm strikers can be reverse engineered and are very effective against the Scourge. Next up, we're going to talk about the Contingency. The Contingency ships focus heavily on shields and armor to protect their fragile hulls. So, you want to equip your ships with weapons that can penetrate shields and armor to take advantage of this weakness. Weapons such as the arc emitter for your battleships will deal direct damage to their hulls, while weapons on smaller ships such as phase disruptors do the same. Other weapons you may consider using are Devastator torpedoes and Marauder missiles. These completely ignore shields and do bonus damage to armor and hulls respectively. Defensively, you want to load up on as many shields as your ships can support to counter the Contingency energy weapons. To ultimately defeat the Contingency, you will need to destroy all their hubs before taking out their spawn point. And lastly, we have the Extra Dimensional Invaders. The Extra Dimensional Invaders rely exclusively on shields, so you want to focus your offensive firepower on kinetic weapons to bring those shields down, and missiles to ignore their shields completely and do damage to their hulls. Defensively, you want to rely heavily on shields. As with other crises, don't forget to salvage battle debris to gain their weapons technology. Compared to other crises, when the Extra Dimensional Invaders spawn, their initial fleets are weaker than their reinforcing fleets. So, if you can jump on them early before they expand, you'll want to make sure that you do so. Also, if your fleets are not strong enough to face their fleets directly, use smaller, quicker fleets to hunt down their construction ships and destroy their outposts to slow down or stop their expansion. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video or learned something today, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Stellaris tips, tricks, videos, live streams, let's plays, as well as other sci-fi related content. With that, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Later, everybody.